Hello there.
Good evening, folks. Round 2 of the Nations Cup. Here we are. All right. Make sure all this is functioning and working correctly. Make sure my sound's coming through all right.
Hello there.
Good evening, folks. Round 2 of the Nations Cup here. All right. And we're golden. All right. So round 2 Nations Cup, like I said, tonight's race is going to be a pretty short one, it seems like. We're at Watkins Glen in the old Honda RA 272. It's like an old F1 car, 1965. 5 laps, hard tires required. So this is a short one, kind of unusual for a World Series race. Yeah. I really don't know how well I'll do in this race. I did a fair bit of practicing, but this is a unique car. It's a little, I mean, it's way better than a road car, I should say, but it's a little slidey and can really lose control of it if you're not careful, which is something I quickly learned and realized in all the practicing that I did. But nonetheless, we're going to give it a shot. Let's see. Let me do some warm-up here, as I haven't done any practicing today. And we got enough to do Yeah, 4 laps. Didn't like that. Weird vibration from something over here. What is rattling? Hang on. I'm like intentionally trying to spin my car here because something's making a weird rattle and I have no idea what it is, and it's going to be distracting as all get out, I'm sure. What in the hell is that? Oh Lord, here we go. What's the problem? Oh God, I almost tripped over a cat. Hell, it might be my sim ring. What in the hell's loose here so bad? Alright, bear with me 1 second. The seat's incredibly loose here. Oh, that's not the right one. That's so weird, it wasn't doing this. It really wasn't doing this yesterday when I was practicing. This is really bad timing. There you are. I see it. I see it, folks. Hang on. There she goes. This is really eating into my practice time. Yeah, that would have not been pleasant to listen to myself, let alone, I'm sure, in the stream. So, you guys are probably getting a really good ass shot right now. Usually people got to pay good money for that. But you guys are getting it for free tonight. Holy crap. A lot of these bolts were loose. Really loose. So, a little bit of behind the scenes action for you. And a little bit of behind action for you also. I'll be here all night. So, big apologies. This isn't what you guys probably have tuned in for. Holy crap. I can't believe how loose some of these were. Hopefully that's good enough for now. I need to really get in here and warm up. I don't know if that was really the problem or not, but we will quickly learn if it was. And if that wasn't the root cause of that vibration, I'm probably just going to have to deal with it. It is a short race, like I said, so we can address that problem after this race, but that's a good at least half an hour from now. Let's give this one more go. That's much better. Okay. Now that I only have time for like one lap, let's just do this one. Okay. I've watched people do, I've watched I've watched some replays of some of the better drivers in their really fast lap times, and people seem to be braking so much later than I can on that first turn. This might be a shit show. I really should have. I say this every stream, but I should have probably got on and practiced way sooner. Gonna have enough time for one full lap here if I don't mess it up. I'm not even gonna have time for one full lap. How did I start this stream with 10 minutes before this race starts, and I'm not even going to put in a full lap? Thank God there's a 10-minute qualifier, I guess. See, I drift around that corner, and I know that's killing my lap times. I did do some adjustments to my mic, so hopefully, I noticed in some of the replays of my streams that you could really catch the vibration of my direct drive wheel coming through the mic, because it was attached directly to my rig, but I hooked it up to a different base, so hopefully a lot less of that noise and feedback is coming through. Alright, well, we didn't even get a full lap in here, but we got a long qualifier ahead of us. Might as well get out, warm up. I'm tempted to do... I'm so tempted to race in this view, but in this car. But I'm just not used to it, so considering it's a nations race especially, and there's only going to be a couple chances to do the race, I don't want to put myself in a situation with something I'm not comfortable with. It is such a neat view though. Well, this could be a shit show for me, and hopefully I don't mess anybody else's race up. God, man, see how easy it is to do that? All I did was go over that corner wrong. Completely lost the rear end of the car. So I'm not the only one struggling here. Oh, dude, you might as well restart. Nah, it's a 10-minute qualifier. He's got time. No, he did anyways. God bless it. I'm gonna get a freaking penalty. I lost so much freaking time there. I really struggle with that first corner. And that's where most of my lap time is being lost. I only nailed it a couple times in all the practicing I did just 2 days ago. Really just trying to bank a lap here, then try to improve. I didn't go into the corner hard enough. I had to lift. Can't believe I kept that together.
And his name is John C.
Didn't that time. God, this car is so easy to lose control of, man. It's frustrating. I'm in freaking 12th. Where'd this Canadian go? Fuck. Slowed down for no reason. Alright, I really gotta nail this last lap here. It's not going to be an improvement. I already messed up. I feel like that might have been my problem. I may have just screwed myself. I should have messed with the brake bias. I was toying around with that. I'm going to have to settle with the freaking lap time that I put in. Holy shit, man. Alright. Yikes. Good lord. A 156.0. That's about a second off of what I put in. So even my best time, a 155.0. I mean, that put me in 6th, it looks like. A 155.0 would put me in 6th right now. Well, we might be doing the 11 o'clock race too. Oh, for once they didn't actually put the number plates over the number plate that you would put on your livery. I probably would have done that differently on my car then, so I actually made a design for this, but I went into practice looking where the Gran Turismo brand number plates are put in place, anticipating them to be put over my number plates that I put on. I still am okay with how mine turned out. Let me transition here. You can probably get a better view of it. You can see my car. Actually, it was better on the other screen. You can see my car next to my name there. So that big 3.8 that's there, I probably would have done that differently, but when I was in practice for this race, that's where the giant Gran Turismo number plates were. Maybe they actually don't put them on until you start the race. I don't know. This is such an old school car that it may not actually even include those number plates. So, how many times did I just say number plates, by the way? Turn it into a drinking game. Every time I say number plate.
Stop it!
Alright, yeah, I wouldn't have had time to restart the lap. The time that's remaining now is just the time that people, if they were already on a flying lap, enough time for them to finish. So, we've only got 15 seconds before this race starts. We're going to definitely be doing a from the back here, and the only thing I can hope and pray is that people are just going to make mistakes and we'll move ourselves up into the top 6 or plus, 6 plus. If I got in the top 6 or plus, I probably wouldn't do the 11 o'clock race. Okay.
Nice.
Round 2. Yeah, see, they did put the number plates over. Okay, so it was just during the qualifying that they didn't. You'll see what I'm talking about here in a second. It just says Gran Turismo and then a number. You can see it on the top. He's 11. So I had a big number there with my normal 38 number that I go with. See, that just looks awkward when you do a livery and they cover those up annoyingly. Buford T. Justice, rolling at number 11. Hey, I'm number 1. Let's go. There still seems to be some latency issues with my camera, and I haven't figured that out. I mess around with some of the settings, so if it's skipping a little bit there, I apologize. I don't know why it's doing that. I need to investigate that a little further and figure out why it's doing that. I don't know if it's actually happening during the stream, or if it's just what I can see in OBS, or what. Let's leave that at 2. We're in 13th. Alright, let's cross our fingers here. We can avoid any issues, either causing or being involved in. Oh god, I went so wide. Alright, that's race over for me. Okay, we're in for reverse. I got heavy damage. Well, didn't even get through the first lap. It's my own damn fault too. Just completely lost control of the car. Man, what a... Look at this. What a tough car to control. I might have to do the traction control on to keep this thing under control. It's frustrating. It's like a weird vibration in the wheel now because of the damage. I'm just going to finish the race at this point, just to not lose significant driver rank loss. No way I'm going to be able to... It's a 5-lap race, no pit strategy. I have heavy damage. I'm like a half a lap behind the leader. So it's like one small... And that wasn't a small incident, but yeah, an incident and your race is over. God, I just lost the rear end. And just completely spun out coming out of that corner. Well, it's a practice session here on out, I guess. We'll do some daily race B races after this, which I've also put in an embarrassingly low qualifying time for being Group 3 Spa. I don't really understand why I'm lacking so bad on my qualifying time there. That's a track I'm very comfortable with and have many miles in, but I'm embarrassingly slow. I think I just went too wide here, and then I got a little aggressive on the accelerator and just lost it. Man, that was really frustrating. A downer. I kind of anticipated something like this was going to happen in this race, just because I'd struggle with this car as is. Not a good performance. I apologize. At least it's a short race. Like I said, I just want to drive it out. Just because I don't want to lose any more driver rank than I'm going to already for finishing last. Quitting would hurt a lot worse. This isn't even really good practice because the car isn't running at its full potential because of the heavy damage that I got. So everything I'm doing and getting used to here, which I'm going to go right into the wall again just by barely touching the grass. Let's just keep adding the damage on, might as well. God, this car's hard to control. God, look, I just went over the freaking cobblestones and almost completely lost the car again. I don't even know if I'm going to finish my last lap before the time runs out, as the leaders are going to cross the finish line long before I even get to the halfway point, it looks like. Now look at the rest of the pack. Everyone's so nice and neat and put together on the mini-map. I am spun out twice in this race and dragging ass halfway across the map. It's embarrassing. Yeah, they crossed the finish line now. Wait for me, guys. I'm a beginner. I hope I didn't mess anybody's race up when I did spin out. Hopefully I ghosted out and didn't throw anybody offline. What a laughable performance. Holy crap. Alright, let's just put that behind us. Go do some daily races, I guess. You got an hour and 15 minutes before you can even get into the next race. With these races being so damn short, I don't know why they didn't have more time slots, even for group or the GT1 League. I don't know why they didn't have more time slots. It doesn't make any sense. These are 5-lap races. They're so short. Alright, hopefully I can redeem myself here a little to everybody. Doing something I'm a little more comfortable with. Even though I'm probably going to be starting pretty far back, and I think this is only 5 laps as well. No strategy here, it's just a straight shot at the end of the race. Where are we? Can't even see. Alright, we are dead last with our nearly 2-minute 19 second. So we're going to do a fight from the back and then try to put in a better qualifying time before the next race starts. Oh, excuse me. Going to end up a B rank before the end of the night. Alright, let's try to get in the top 10 here, if that's doable. I'm going to have a rough start too. I'm going to be behind the chicane at the end. 4 laps even. Yeah, I definitely have to improve my qualifying time. 4 laps is not going to be enough time to catch up in this race. Jesus, man, I'm not going to be in the slipstream coming out of a Rouge here. I'm a second and a half behind. Good God, man. Something seems off with my steering. I'm just trying to make excuses, I guess. Yeah, what the... Where'd the person with the 4-second penalty go? I shouldn't have been that damn far behind him. Ah. I need to get it together. I shouldn't have to lift through that corner. McLaren just doesn't seem to have the grip it used to have. Maybe do this with the Porsche. It's a freaking McLaren in the top 20, though. Make sure my traction control defaulted back to 0. Missed my shift there. Just a hot mess. Lost about a second with the car behind me. Man. It's one of my favorite tracks, and I'm struggling so hard. How much time do we have before the next race? I need to set a better qualifier. 8 minutes. God, do I try it? I want to try the Porsche. is going on, man? That should not have... I should have not lost the car by just grazing. I think I'm on tilt here. Like, I'm just frustrated. I don't understand what the hell's happening. I need to stop getting frustrated.
Stop it!
The fuck is going on? Why? Something's up, man. It doesn't. This game feels way different than it did like 2 weeks ago, and I just can't get to grips with it. I have no idea what the hell is going on. Is it in my head or what? I feel like I just did all this calibration too, so it can't be this. But there's been times where something's way off with the calibration. I still feel like I'm not getting the braking. The braking isn't done right. Like when I get the pedal down, it feels, or the acceleration down, that feels better, but something about the brake just seems a little bit off. Man, I don't know. I don't know what the problem is. That's 90, so that's right. 90. I'm gonna cancel my entry, and I need to focus on a better qualifying timer. I'm just gonna butcher my driver rank. It already significantly went down in just these 2 races. Oh man, holy hell! What the flying fuck, man, is going on with me and Gran Turismo? Alright, so this now becomes a qualifying session. Look at this shit on my times list, man, or my friends list. I mean, Subi15, Arius, Inc., they're all, I mean, even C-Turbo, they're all fast, no problem. And I'm not trying to discredit anybody on my friends list, but I'm normally right there at like the top 4, top 5. I am significantly down here, and I don't understand what the hell I'm doing differently. Is it something that's going on in my settings? Nothing's changed. Is it just me? Am I a shitty Gran Turismo driver now? I'm not trying to be negative Nancy here. I'm just frustrated. I don't understand how I can be... I should be 2 seconds faster. At least a second and a half maybe, than what I'm currently putting in. Maybe it really was just I needed to go into my settings and calibrate because it feels significantly different. Or again, it's just all in my head. Man, I was 1.1 seconds up from my last lap, which would have probably been a low 218. But at least I know that the car feels better now. Or, again, I'm just tricking myself somehow with placebo effect by going into the settings and dicking around with them. But it just feels different. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I just need to practice more. And not think that I can just jump in and be a badass. But I did like an hour around this track. And just couldn't put it in better than a 219. I really feel like I can put in at least a 117.5. Might as well just ride this out. Keep the practice going. I'm gonna try something though. I'll be right back actually. I'm gonna take a quick break. Alright, apologies for the long break. I wanted to replenish my beverage and step away for a minute, and then Taylor's got home, so I wanted to greet her and say hello. And yeah, I wanted to mess with my settings for a minute here. I'm going to go back to the auto settings on the steering wheel, something I used for a long time. I don't think it was until probably the last 2 months I started digging more into my actual Fanatec settings and playing around with them. And it felt like everything was fine, and felt like everything was kosher, and I was putting in decent decent lap times and things like that. But I just don't know if that has something to do with or contributing to my frustration with the controls and things like that. It felt better the last couple laps I just did. You know, I clearly have improved on my time a little bit. But I just set everything back to the auto or set A settings. So let's try to do a couple laps with these settings and see if that feels any different. So far, not. God, how did I go 7/10 slower around that corner? It's nearly a whole second loss at turn 1. Yeah, I don't like how that feels at all. I want to go back to my custom setting. Just felt smoother. This is something I don't think I've done much on the stream, is you guys actually just get to see me sit here and practice for a while. I mean, this is something I guess you would consider behind the scenes. There's times where I'll practice a lap for 2 hours before I do a race sometimes. This is just one of those games you normally just can't jump into and go unless you've acclimated yourself to the week's settings and track and car and tire wear and fuel consumption, what compounds of tires you can use, balance of power settings, tunings. All right, let's get a 217 in here. How am I taking that first corner so wrong? Let's load up a ghost, shall we? When's the next race? God, I'm still so far down on the freaking qualifying, man. Oh. I Yeah, 15 minutes. Let's just queue up for this. But first, God, I just don't want to do a Nis. I don't like the Nismo, man. I just don't like it anymore. I used to love that car. And look, right here's his. That's my friends list. Freaking Audi. We could do the Renault. Try the Renault. I would give the Audi a shot, but I actually started the week. I started practicing with that car in the beginning of the week and wasn't doing anywhere near good enough. The RCZ is an option too, I guess. That's up there. I swore the 650 was up here. Am I crazy? Do I not see a McLaren in the mix here anymore? All right. It's the 18 model that I need, right? Yes. It's just, I don't like front engine rear wheel drive cars anymore. Hey, C-Turbo, how's it going? I don't think I want to go with the GTR Nismo. Let's try the Renault. Yeah, put this on the charger. Get some juice. No, oh God, that's something. That's why I'm doing so damn bad. I keep forgetting that you can make tunes in or do tunes this week. Here I am, like, why am I not keeping up when I completely forgot that there's tunes? I'm still not used to that, even though it's been a few times. I have a tune for the McLaren. I guess I should. Let's go back to that real quick. Thanks for reminding me. Holy crap. I've been sitting here bitching. I'm like, what's wrong? Why am I not doing so well? I don't think I'm a front engine rear wheel drive car person anymore. I used to love the GTR. I'm all about the MR cars now. God, I feel like an idiot. I was bitching earlier. I'm like, man, well, I'm just struggling. I don't know how I feel about the braking sensitivity being so far down on this, but we'll give it a go. Honestly, just YouTube. I'll look for somebody using a car that I like and look for their setup. When the tunes do become available, that's usually where I'm going. It's just seeing what tunes are out there for the cars that I enjoy driving. Somebody put in a 216 4, I think, with the tune that I just set, or low 216 on the McLaren. I could brake later there. Yeah, I do enjoy Digits content a lot. And there's been times where I've seen his tunes and setup for cars that I do drive, and I've taken advantage of that. I actually, for the most part, am using Digits Fanatec settings for my base. Did you do the Nations Cup? Oh, I had to lift there. It's not going to help the lap times at all. Yeah, I only did my GT1 account and qualified horribly. I think like 15th. I moved up 2 positions halfway through lap 1 and then completely just spun out 3/4 of the way through the lap. Got front end damage. My race was over. I really struggle with that old Honda. Seems to be really squirrely. Hopefully you did better than I did. Yeah, my driver rank has taken a hit today, for sure. With basically losing my Nations Cup race, and then I went over and did a daily B, and I had a really poor qualifying time, which I still do, which is what I'm trying to improve on. I did one of those races and also finished in last, so my driver rank has taken a significant hit with just 2 races under my belt tonight. Kind of really let my frustration out earlier. The game just feels different to me for some reason than like what it did 3 weeks ago. I took that so bad. I'm kind of tempted to do another one of the Nations Cup races, the one coming up at 11 o'clock. At the same time, I've been really tempted to just call it a night before I do any more harm to my driver rank. Should be doing these daily races on my European account. Yeah, it is a weird car. Man, I messed the last corner up. I'm not gonna have time for another lap. Sucks. Yeah, I'm gonna do this daily race. And while I'm doing this, I'm gonna think about doing the next Nations Cup at 11. But considering how my first race went and how the rest of my night's been going, I don't think I'm going to. I'm just frustrated. I'm butchering this lap anyways. Usually lose it when I do that. Yeah, I was expecting a penalty there. Even though I kept 2 tires on. At least I felt like I did. Alright. Let's do this daily B and see how much more damage we can do to our driver rink. Still pretty far back on the pack here. Looks like it's going to be another nearly from the back, I guess. Oh, boy. Gotta stop doing this to myself.
Stop it!
Grove Street's in here. They're doing really well in the Nations race. At least by round 1 they were, I think they were 5th overall. They were top 10, I think. They were up there. Thank you, appreciate it. I'm gonna need it. Spa. We're here. Alright, I'd be real happy with a top 10 finish at this point. And this looks like a pretty strong lobby also. Starting on the chicane again. Mercedes is all over the place. I had nowhere to go but bump draft. You're welcome, Leo. My sacrifice becomes your gain. There's another race down. I just lost it. I just keep losing the rear end randomly. All the way to the front. I usually leave mine zeroed out on the McLaren. Unless I'm in a race where I'm trying to conserve tires. Yeah, that's true. Tire wear, track to track, car to car. Yeah, that makes sense. Making a hash of this lap. I was late as shit on the brakes there. I'm gonna get a penalty. Yeah, man, I gotta call it a night. I'm just getting beyond frustrated. I'm just making stupid mistakes. This hasn't been a good night of racing for me, by any means. I'm not even gonna do the next Nations Cup race. I'm just gonna call it a night after this stream before I get any more mad at the game or myself or do any more harm to my driver rank. This is one of my favorite combinations too. That's just what's really digging under my skin so much. So I really enjoy Spa Group 3. And I'm just fucking botching it to hell, man. I don't understand. I'm just butchering all of these races. I'm really just frustrated with myself. Nobody's forcing mistakes on me. Nobody's hitting me. Nobody's messing up my lines or anything like that. I'm just making dumb mistakes. I just need to know when to call it, you know? Like I know I'm frustrated, so I'm beating myself up. That's not helping It's not helping my race at all. Or any of my races. So I should really just call it a night before I get any more upset, or it's not good entertainment either. I shouldn't even be streaming like this. It's not fun for anybody to watch me sit here and be all pissed off or anything like that. Two positions. Woohoo! Good God. Oh man. Frustration. Oh man. I just really wish I'd do better when it's this combination. I don't understand why I'm not. I don't understand why I'm all over the place. And next week's races, I think, what is it, Trial Mountain? I forget what the other one is. I didn't even touch Daily C this week. And I don't have anything against Gardens or Group 4. I really enjoy Group 3 Spa. And just couldn't put it together. I'm going to have to suck up my Nations Cup loss as well. If I do that, I'm probably going to drop even further. My driver rank, I guess that doesn't help. My driver rank was like probably right here, I think, when I started streaming. I feel like I've lost like a good 10% of my driver rank. Yeah, anyways. Thanks for popping in and chatting with me, C-Turbo. I appreciate it. Sorry, I was just being a negative Nancy the whole time. And thanks to anybody else that watches. I saw a few people were watching. I think there's a couple people watching now. And yeah, apologies to everybody for my negative attitude towards everything and the frustration that I really let out tonight. It just really digs, like I said, it just really digs under my skin when I know I have such passion for Spa and Group 3, and I just can't put it together for some reason. So yeah, before I make a fool of myself anymore, I'm going to call it a night. Yeah, the Manufacturers Cup's coming up. I'm more into the Manufacturers Cup than Nations Cup, personally, so I would agree with that. I mean, I still want to do well. I'm trying to be competitive. I want to strive to do well. I want to gain positions and do well, but I agree with you. I'm more competitive, I think, or I care more about the Manufacturers Cup than the Nations Cup. But yeah, I'm gonna call it a night here. Thanks to anybody that watched or is watching or watches later. And again, sorry I wasn't at my best tonight, both mentally or with my racing capabilities. I apologize ahead of time, or in retrospect, I apologize for that now. But yeah, I don't know. Tomorrow's Sunday, so it's the end of the week. I'll look and see what Wednesday's race is, and hopefully put in some better practice with that, and probably do that stream, or do the Nations Cup on Wednesday and stream that. But till then, take care, everybody, and have fun. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Catch you all probably Wednesday.